Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much again for joining me here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. We're taking a quick look here at Bitcoin, seeing what's going on. Pretty much witnessing a second power of three type of movement here where we got the accumulation phase, manipulation, a wick down there to trap late shorts, and expansion on its way up to break its local structure, basically a break of structure. So expecting to see this local structure here broken. We just retested 87.8 as a rough estimate there just a moment ago, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see 85K or higher here just in the relative near future. Is that permanent? No, we got FOMC here today. Who knows what's going to happen with that? But between now and then, it's safe to presume that we might see just a little bit further upside based on this type of microstructure. If you're not familiar, I did identify that yesterday on my Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. Just kind of an insight on what typically happens in this manipulative market. It's just very standard stuff there. Because right now, shorts are really stressing out because they got kind of faked out with this break of the previous structure. So every time we have a break of structure, the price resets and profits get taken. So that would presume, based on that presumption rather, it would be safe to presume that once this liquidation level is swept, which I've been hoping for a while, we see the price pull back. So I'm still leaning towards 86, 87,000 as a resistance level to effectively, try to short that area. Once more, don't just short in a blind, but for the most part, that's the concept of what I'm looking for. So if you're new to the channel, thanks again for being, hitting the like button rather. Everyone else, deeply appreciate that. Do that every time you watch the videos, folks. It's unfortunate how many people don't do that or skip to the end to try to get the results here. But the truth is, the entire conversation we're going to have today is really just kind of how to learn to become a better trader. So if you want that for yourself, stick around, recommend it. Otherwise, thanks again either way you look at it. So 85 to 86,000, super heavy concentration of liquidation, even upwards about 87K. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see the price continue to run here. We're so close to this upper liquidation level that is extremely large. Granted, from the big picture, there's a lot more in the 96 to 100,000 and the 76K and lower area, but we're kind of smack dab in the middle of that, and the local range here is basically telling us we're consistently retesting 85,000 and haven't broke yet. Once we do, I think the floodgates will open, the price will shoot up there, and a lot of shorts are going to have a pretty bad day. Imagine being a short trader from 3 or 4 days ago. You were in extreme profit at 81,000 and some change, and you're so greedy that you're going to hold on to your short position right now, get eaten up on fees, and turn around and get liquidated. Isn't that awesome? It's crazy how people do that. But once again, it just kind of reinforces the importance of securing profits when you can. So please try not to be uber greedy in this market right now. We're not in a position, or probably won't be for a while, with just how much manipulation is in the market for the price action just to go straight in one direction. It'll definitely slow down and stop, and profits are going to be taken. We may as well also, right? That's the concept. Anyways, liquidation delta has since shifted from 4 billion in shorts to basically break even. So even though this liquidation delta tells us that we have more longs in the markets than shorts, that emphasizes how many shorts are in play right now about to get destroyed. So that's insane to me. So when you see that momentum shift, that usually implies further continuation and or breakout is inevitable, which is what we're seeing here so far. Super high amount of open interest at 83,500. That's approximately where we have our long position open for our Bitcoin trade. We're close to profit there. I think 85.2 is our next take profit target, but we were able to secure some profits on an older near protocol trade from last week, and then of course an SUI long as well, SUI long, however you want to call it, from a couple days ago. So we rode that storm out, and that's exactly why you don't have like ridiculously tight stop losses if you're going to be trading, swing trading for that matter. But just some thoughts there. Either way, 83.5 is a heavy concentration of liquidation there. We can see 85,000 as that open interest area, that secondary most amount to the upside. There's going to be exit liquidity at 85K just because we have some previous late longs that are exiting their position. That's generally what we see at those ranges. So let's look at the daily time frame. Work our way down. I'll remove this text here just because it's a little easier to see the charts, and just kind of recognize that we are testing the 20-day SMA here so far as we speak. Now, when I was talking with a community member earlier about like trend lines, typically the trend lines are going to run concurrent with the moving averages. So if you like extend this out and you go with like these candle wicks here, you can kind of see every time the price candle wicked out, the 20-day SMA is kind of running concurrent with that. So a lot of times when you draw out your trend lines, you kind of just draw them out with those moving averages, and that gives you perspective on how, kind of what side of the tracks we're on right now. For the short-term descending trend, we're testing that resistance as we speak. So breaking above 85,000 would be a very important / beneficial situation for us. From the macro perspective, though, if we zoom out a little bit further, you'll see a larger trend running concurrent with a 50-day SMA. That kind of lets us know that in the big picture, we're still not breaking bullish. We won't be for a while. We probably need to be back up over 90,000 at the very least to have that, that confirmation, so to speak. I'm just kind of spitballing here. There's also a pretty obvious support level. Previous support turned resistance at 92.5. We'll bridge that gap when we get there, but between now and then, those are just some far off potential scenarios there. For right now, though, to focus on the current situation, we're under 50 on the RSI. We haven't broken bullish yet. Stochastic swinging up, MACD converging. We got some good momentum, and we're testing the 20-day SMA, but it doesn't necessarily mean you just go long or balls to the wall here. I would say, though, that with us retesting this resistance range at roughly 85,000 multiple times, that in combination with liquidation delta shifting to bullish or break even one way or the other, in addition to this here, with the liquidation range at 85 to 86K roughly, there's a distinct probability we see further upside here. However, you got to recognize FOMC meeting today, JP gets up and starts talking, the market gets all wonky. It's definitely something that's going to happen, and you got to be mindful and ready for that. So try not to buy into the very first pump or dump. Oftentimes it's kind of a false positive, and then it turns its direction violently. So we could very well see a pretty significant shift there. However you look at it, you can tell we're kind of ranging right now between the rough estimate of 82 to 85K, because we are kind of stuck on this stupid here where we keep breaking above the RSI, kind of letting us know, hey, we're over 50, we're good to go. Just kidding, it pulls back. And then the inverse applies as well. So really, you could apply the opposite logic. Anytime something's overextended and you think you're going to want to short into it, you just take a long and you'll be successful. And vice versa as well here. As soon as we get to a certain level, we probably want to consider shorting before the whales do. Okay, that's just kind of the concept. But no matter how you look at it, the 4-hour time frame here, we kind of add everything together. It's more positive than negative because we're above all moving averages. We're above this local range here, or the top end of the range. And hypothetically, with this being range bound type of activity, somewhat range bound, right? 85, 82K. You do technically kind of want to consider a short right now because the price is likely to pull back. That's just kind of how it's been. But this feels a little different with us retesting this resistance multiple times. It seems sensible to presume the price will go higher from here. Having said that, the Ichimoku cloud is confirming that we've broken free from the descending type of local channel, which honestly is somewhat of a false positive based on this being fairly well range bound. But the lag spans free and clearing conversion lines over the baseline. So we got the good momentum, we got good continuation. So that's roughly where we're at. Volume is actually increased too as well, even though it doesn't seem very high in comparison with some of those pumps or dumps. It's pretty consistent in the last 4 hours. So I'm speculating we're going to see a bit further upside here. But if it were to pull back, the local range, or previous local range, is that low 84,000 range. So hypothetically, the price comes down here, bounce off of that point of control, continues higher. That's approximately what we're looking at here. But there's no guarantees in trading, as you very well know. But the one thing we can guarantee is that manipulation is a consistency now. All right, and that's why these little things here, where we got this accumulation phase, manipulation phase, and expansion phase, those are all kind of typical standard things now. So be on the lookout for that. It's a good obvious pattern here that consistently repeats itself, and we're seeing it happen again here as well. So hypothetically, we go up here, we're going to start ranging, we're going to do a manipulation wave, and then we're going to shoot right back up after that. It's ridiculous and stupid and kind of frustrating if you look at it the wrong way, right? But between now and then, be careful, adjust your stop losses higher. We got FOMC coming here. It's important to be ready for that, because that's you never truly know what's going to occur. So ensure that you secure profits when you can here. And if the price takes off, congrats to those who are in our long position on Bitcoin at 83.5. I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Deeply appreciate your time. We'll look forward to seeing the next one. Thanks again. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.